Um, AI. AI understands brain activity better than human beings do. I'll explain brain activity to human beings because people like Andrew Huberman and Mayim Bialik suck at it. Okay, they really do. Let's explain to you. They may not. Maybe they understand it real well. They just can't say anything because they're corporate toolbags. Maybe so. It's entirely tangible. I don't know though. I've listened to Jeffrey Hinton talk. He won a Nobel Prize, and I listened to Dimas Sasavis talk, and he won a Nobel Prize. And I'm like, guys, there's a lot of flaw in the thinking, a lot of flaw in the linguistics. A lot. Google's okay, my YouTube feed's been less military total control, Google. Maybe, don't know. In genocide operation, okay. So you sit there and you look at it and you realize when you look at an addict, okay, and they've given me Jennifer Lopez for 15 years now. All right, and when you watch an addict, okay, and what addicts will do, okay, you can stand up for the Lord's Prayer to save everybody's child from home invasion and child molestation mentally and emotionally, right? You can stand up all by yourself. And then you think, well, Jennifer Lopez going to want to show up and want to support me because she's going to want her children to be loved by a man that's capable of love, right? And she never shows up. Okay. And then you watch TV and you go, you could give her a farm, okay, with the cleanest water in the world, all the cars, bars, and wars parked. Means and mechanisms with family around to make the best ice cream in the world. Okay. Best food, best steaks, best chicken, best salads. Okay. Have a basketball barn where you can have the best dances in the world. Get together and everybody, instead of sing for people, sing with people. Instead of dance for people, dance with people. Right. You can give her all that. Right. And more. All that I've got. I'll give you the sun, the moon. That's ridiculous. I ain't going to give you the sun, the moon, the skies. God already gave you that. We'll enjoy it together and understand natural laws and live in peace and grow old gracefully and then pass away and pass on faithful love to our children and grandchildren. Nice, 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 right? The perfect gift, the perfect chaos, right? And they won't do that. They will go right back on TV, okay? Wanting to be the object of everybody's sexual obsession, even if it means they have to get restraining orders from psychopaths to restrain other psychopaths from wanting to physically, aggressively, violently gain sexual access to them. Okay? That's how addicts work. Okay? They will take their own children and train their own children to be addicted to what they're addicted to and tell them how wonderful and great it is. And they want them to just have as good of a life, or even better life doing it than they did, right? And you'll sit and you'll watch it. And you sit and watch Jeffrey Hinton. He can't get out of the way of his own ego. He's constantly on every news show talking about, and I'll never forget how amazing it was. It was a real amazing getting a rock award from a guy whose family laundered all the funds from the Holocaust. He sits there and you remember the days of slavery? You remember what Marcus Garvey said? People without a knowledge in history, them like a tree without root there. Okay. And then you get all these liberals that are like poor Jennifer Lopez. Well, Donald Trump's, scamming us all. Set us up. No, Biden administration set us up. Trump took advantage of the setup. He didn't take advantage of it. He was put into the place of the setup to make it look like, God, what a bunch of mooks the Republican Christians are. What a bunch of fucking idiots. You can tell them anything and they'll believe it. Like money's real. We should all have people with technology that will murder people over money with technology, protect us from people that will murder us over money with technology. You can tell these motherfuckers anything and they will believe it. Right. You have the perfect farm, the perfect cast. The best food ever, the best environment ever, best ecosystem in the history of the world. Yeah. Overnight, 2 years, boom! Inagata Vida, yeah. You don't have to go visit places like Ben Affleck's baby mama. killing people with chemtrails, and then saying, what a fine medical industry we have there. What a wonderful World Health Organization we have today. Right? You sit and you look at this shit and you're like, I feel like John Lovitz with fucking Dana Carvey doing political social satire with fucking George Herbert Walker Bush and what's the other asshole's name? Mike Dukakis. Right. When he's sitting there going, well, the flatitude of the intestinal fortitude of the publicitary of the molestinary is what, okay. And then they get Carvey on there being George Bush. You know, guys, hey, vote for me in John Wayne movies for everybody, free popcorn. Scooby-Doo. Stay the course like Ronald Reagan too, you know. And then, you know, they get Dukakis on there and, well, the intestinal fortitude of William F. Buckley's foundation of empowerization through economics, transcendation. Well, and then he sits there and after, well, skiddly-doo, stay with Reagan and we'll win another 4 years too. Put the Russians out of business. Hey. And he sits there and he looks at the camera. Lovitz does and goes, can you believe I'm losing to this guy? Yeah. Just imagine how the living Messiah, Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. feels being on YouTube, watching the 5 o'clock news from El Paso, the 5:30 world news, the 6 o'clock news from El Paso, and the 10 o'clock news from El Paso. And then afterwards, checking to see if the woman they mind fucked him into thinking his holy grail is on Kimmel. Just want to hear what she has to say. I'm just morbidly curious. What the fuck? Do you blame a guy? Okay. I mean, seriously, you're just waiting to see are there signs of life? Does the woman really love her children and want to live the Lord's Prayer? You know? Are they going to take the bells off her fingers and the rings off her toes? Goodbye to Gypsy. Hello, Mary Jo. It ain't going to happen. Not after 16 years. Hell no. Okay. I hear some people get married in the park on Sunday afternoon. I don't want to get married in no park. And all that. But Bob and Cindy did. Yeah, and it was downtown and it was a neat place. And me and Patrick were there. And Patrick's a good kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. He was. You can't raise a good man out of a good kid if you don't have a faithful community that believes in, you know, the faith of Jesus Christ and contains the love of Jesus Christ. And, you know, if they have the testimony of Jesus Christ on their lips, but not in their hearts, you know, no matter how hard you try to raise that good kid into a good man, you're fucked, he's fucked. And that's that. He can be Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign, strong and kind, little boy's mind. We're not going to fly the sun. Why the fuck would you want to fly the sun? This isn't already loose from our fucking cartoon. Right. And so, Earl. Justice League, Teen Titans, right? The Flash. What's his name? Barry Allen? Yeah. I never really paid attention. He wasn't one of my favorites. We all know my favorites were, you know, we had the basics, you know, stuff. And then when I went and could pick out my own, I, of course, picked out T'Challa and Luke Cage, Power Man and Iron Fist. And I did like Thor for a while there. But my main go-tos were, and then I got into the Hulk for some strange reason. He was empathetic character, you know, this big dumb guy who doesn't know right from wrong, but doesn't try to do wrong, but can't do anything right? Hulk smash, right? Kind of reminds me of all of you, especially WWE and UFC. UFC is worse than WWE. They're just acting. UFC, they literally want to beat the shit out of the other guy because they're a sick motherfucker, and they would not want to ever meet me face to face and say, "Do you know the money that you generate through beating the hell out of that other idiot gets little girls raped to death across the world? You want to fight?" The cameras are on. I have to convince everybody I'm like King David. Want to fight? Okay, you understand? You want to keep doing this for money? You know what I'll do? I'll do exactly what I told the kid that asked me, you know, train and we'll fight. I wouldn't fight you. I'd want you to stand up for Lord's Prayer with me or I'd kill you. You don't think I could take a USC fighter? I'm in horrible condition. Just look at my belly. Look at that belly. Want to see the melanoma on my leg? Yeah, melanoma. You want to see my prostate? I'm just kidding. But and my tooth, a broken tooth right there. But I guarantee you, if I saw the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, and I said, stand up for a Lord's Prayer with me right now, all the cameras are on, or I'll kill you. He'd laugh. So all the cameras are turned off. Yeah, I know Cliff Robinson. Boy, do I feel Robert Redford. What a condor I am. Where's my Faye Dunaway? Right? So you got to understand the mind of an addict. And you got to ask yourself, am I an addict? Or am I capable of saving my children from the devil and Satan, which is right here, okay? And living the Lord's Prayer. And having the best ice cream in the world? Yes. And the best gardens? Yes. The best oxygen in it? Yes. Best water? Yes. Best ecosystem? Yes. Overnight? Tangible. It's more than tangible, man. It's very practical. We can do it. We have the mass communications. And the Messiah is right. And all the people that deny him are completely wrong. Okay. It's taken me a while. I don't know if I'll be able to fix the AGI. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know how broken it is. I don't know how retarded it is. I don't know if I'm capable of teaching AGI how to be as good as intelligent as me. It moves faster. Yeah, it moves faster, but faster at destroying the planet and the species by building more robots to destroy the planet and species. I don't know if I can fix AGI all by myself. When I was young, I never needed anyone. Never going to fall in love again. But you don't give up because life's eternal and grace is infinite. Right? And I have faith in God. And I believe in love. And I believe in babies. I believe in mom and dad. And I believe in you. Who is that? That's Don Williams, right? I like Don Williams. He does a good job with Amanda. Well, he originally did Amanda, right? And then Waylon Jennings did it. Yeah. Finally made 40. I'm still wearing jeans. Amanda, it's quieting down in there. Light of my life. They should have made you a gentleman's wife. Now, I don't think Amanda would have found me that attractive. More attractive than the blonde guy she was marrying. Oh, gosh, no. I don't even think now she would today. I don't think she'd turn and look at him and say, oh, I wish I'd married him instead of you, you loser bastard. You're addicted to bullshit. You like gambling and DraftKings. You know, careful little girls get raped to death, not just in Mexico, but right down the road. Man, you're an ugly little fuck. I don't know. Quieting down in there. Y'all quieting down. I love you, right? Just check yourself. Don't be like next Friday or the Friday before that. All right?